Goku's age can be very confusing, especially because a lot of things have been retconned. He has been dead for many years and he has trained in the hyperbolic time chamber. But today I'm going to go over everything so that you can understand his age. Hey, how's it going? My name is Raph and welcome to Dragon Ball Code, the place where all we do is talk about Dragon Ball. And today we are going to explain Goku's age. I actually have this other video where I talk about his age. In fact, I have one of those videos for most of the characters in Dragon Ball. So if you haven't seen those, be sure to check them out. But in this one, we are going to break down his age in detail so that you can understand everything. So, here we go. Okay, so Goku was born in age 736. And remember, when I say age 736, for example, that means the year 736. Originally, it was age 737, but not anymore. How do we know it's 736? It's because in the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly and the Dragon Ball Minus manga, we find out that Goku was 3 years old when he was sent to Earth and Planet Vegeta was destroyed. This was changed because originally Goku was sent to Earth the same year that he was born. So the fact that now he wasn't a newborn when he was sent to Earth will change a few things. So you got it? Okay, let's keep going. Now we have that he is 3 years old when he arrives on Earth. Here he is taken in by Grandpa Gohan and he is with him for a few years until Grandpa Gohan is killed by Goku as a great ape. Then the story of Dragon Ball starts in age 749. Originally, Goku was 12 years old at this point because 749 minus 12 is 737, which was when he was originally born. But that is no longer the case because it was retconned. Instead, his age now is 13. Then, the next year, the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai takes place, but Goku says that he is still 12, so that means that he didn't have his birthday yet. So now, instead, Goku would still be 13, but he would be turning 14 that same year. Then, 3 years later, in age 753, the next Tenkaichi Budokai takes place. 13 plus 3 is 16. But remember, during the tournament, he hasn't had his birthday for that year yet, but he will be turning 17. Then, 3 more years pass, and in age 756, the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai takes place. This is the one where he fights Piccolo Jr. Like before, he still hasn't had his birthday during the tournament, so he is 19 because 16 plus 3 equals 19. But during this year, he will turn 20. If you want to make this simpler, just take 756 minus 736, which is the birth date, and you get 20. I feel like my head just exploded, and probably yours too. But we are not done yet. In age 757, he has Gohan. Then, in age 761, Dragon Ball Z starts. Here, he is 25 years old. And this year, we have the first time that Goku dies, and he dies because of Raditz. Now, when people die in Dragon Ball, they stop aging. So, to make it simpler, we will take off all those years that Goku is dead at the end. Then, in age 762, Vegeta and Nappa arrive, Goku is revived, and that same year, he turns into a Super Saiyan for the first time. 2 years later, in age 764, Future Trunks arrives and kills Frieza. Right now, not counting his death, he is 28 years old. After that, 3 more years pass, and we get to age 767. Here, all the stuff with the androids and Cell take place. Goku is 31 years old. But this is when things start to get a little bit more complicated because they start using the hyperbolic time chamber. But we will leave that for the end as well because if not, it's going to be even more confusing. Also, Goku dies here and he is dead until age 774 when Majin Buu arrives. Here, he is 38, not counting anything else. They defeat Majin Buu and everything is fine until Beerus arrives 4 years later. At this point, Goku is 42 years old. In case that you're confused about Dragon Ball Super takes place in the gap between the end of Majin Buu and the end of Dragon Ball Z. The rest of Dragon Ball Super takes place, and he keeps using the hyperbolic time chamber. In age 780, the Tournament of Power takes place, and after that, Broly arrives on Earth. At this point, Goku is 44 years old. At the moment when I was making this video, they were fighting Moro in the manga. So, we fast forward to age 784. This is the end of Dragon Ball Z, when Goku leaves with Oob. At the moment, this hasn't been retconned. So, if everything had gone normal up to this point, Goku would be 48 years old at the end of Dragon Ball Z. But that is not the case, and we have to take off all the time that he was in the other world because he wasn't aging, and add all the time that he was in the hyperbolic time chamber because he aged more than normal. So, let's see. He is dead for 1 year when he died with Raditz, and he is dead for 7 years after he sacrificed himself against Cell. That is a total of 8 years in the other world. So, since people don't age in the other world, we have to take off all those years. So, we subtract 8 from 48 and we get 40. Now we have to add the time that he was in the hyperbolic time chamber. Remember, inside of the time chamber, 1 full year equals 1 day outside. So let's see. He went in once in Dragon Ball for about 2 hours, so we're not going to count that one. But when he was training for Cell, he went in for almost 1 day outside, which is almost 1 full year inside. But we'll just round it up to 1 year. Then, for the tournament against Universe 6, he went in for 3 days, which makes it 3 years inside. And that's a total of 4 years in the hyperbolic time chamber. So now we have to add those 4 years to 40 since he was aging in the time chamber. Which means that if everything is right, Goku is 48 years old, but physically 44 at the end of Dragon Ball Z. As for Dragon Ball GT, GT is not canon, but I understand that there are a lot of people that like it. So, if you want to see how old he was at the end of Dragon Ball GT, keep watching. With Dragon Ball GT, a lot of things won't fit, but here we go. Dragon Ball GT starts 5 years after Dragon Ball Z, and that is age 789. Then, in age 790, Goku leaves with the dragon. Now, he is 54, but has the body of a little kid. Then, 100 years later, we see Goku one last time. So, at the end of Dragon Ball GT, Goku is 154 years old, but physically, since he looks just like he did in the beginning of GT, we will say that he looks around 53. How was he able to reach that age? I have no clue. Make sure to check out my other videos about Dragon Ball character ages, and if you enjoyed this and you would like to help out my channel, please check out my Patreon page in the description below, and of course if you like Dragon Ball content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.